What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It is your boy, TheGlacierr, and lately I've been playing a ton of Darius top lane, and I've been having some super good results with the champion. I've been playing on a bunch of different accounts, all my Smurf accounts, and just having tremendous results. Super high win rates, super high KDA, and I wanted to share with you guys personally what I've been doing and what a lot of other Darius mains have been doing to abuse Darius in the top lane and climb and win a lot of solo queue games with him. So let's just jump right into it, boys. So the first thing we are obviously going to talk about here is we are going to talk about the optimal rune page setup, okay? Your summoner spells and the best runes that you need to be running almost every single game. Now, we are here on op.gg. As you can see, this is searching the best players in Korea for the best Darius players in Korea, okay? So we have this guy right here, currently the rank 1. Yes, he is only Diamond 5 right now, but it still is the beginning of the season. I think last season he may have been high Diamond, Diamond 2, Diamond 1. But nevertheless, this is Korea. This guy is freaking amazing at this game. So the highest he got so far this season was D459 LP. So let's take a look at what he's doing. So basically what he's been doing is he's been running a pretty particular setup. He goes Flash Ghost and Phase Rush practically every single game regardless of the matchup. As you can see here, the list goes on, and there's actually a lot of logic behind this. So I've been playing Darius. Before I discovered this guy, I was actually running Press the Attack, I was running Grasp of the Undying. I was just trying traditional keystones to try and figure out what works best. Hell, I was even running Predator at times. And what I figured out is that this is the optimal setup because no matter what, Darius's biggest problem is that people always get away from you when you have 4 stacks, or when you ult them and they don't end up dying, they don't bleed out. People are just constantly getting away from you, and it's really frustrating because you're so immobile after you use your apprehend. So when you incorporate Phase Rush, you know, all you have to do is apprehend, auto WQ, and you proc Phase Rush instantly. So that's an easy-ass thing to proc consistently. Now, the next thing is running Ghost over, Ghost or Teleport. Personally, I've been trying to run Ignite, but I find that Ignite is not really necessary, especially when you have 5 stacks on someone level 1, they're going to die regardless. So I like running Ghost a lot, and then in those really, really shitty matchups, like against a Teemo, against a Gnar, Malzahar, anyone that's just going to dumpster you and there's nothing you can do, you're going to want to run the Teleport. So this guy's running Flash, Ghost, Phase Rush every single game. Okay, and as you can see here, this is the rune page that I personally and him have been running consistently. So we're going to want to run Phase Rush, of course, 3 consecutive attacks within like 3 seconds, and you're going to get that incredible amount of movement speed and slow resistance. This is going to be the thing that varies. It seems like he runs Nullifying Orb a majority of the time if there's enough AP opponents on the team. Otherwise, you're going to want to run Ultimate Hat, lower cooldown on your ultimate. Of course, that's going to be better. He runs Celerity every single game because movement speed is king, and whenever you proc your Phase Rush or you have your Phage, anytime you get that little jolt of movement speed, you're getting bonus AD and bonus movement speed. Also, too, something interesting is he actually does not run Gathering Storm. I don't know why. For some reason, it seems like it'd be a pretty damn good thing to do, but if you actually think about it, Scorch is a pretty powerful thing when you're combining it with your 5 stacks. Now, honestly, it is a 20-second cooldown, but honestly, I could see it having some real good use whenever you're going for those all-ins. Having that extra early game magic damage is going to help you get that snowball going, okay? Then in the secondary tree, always run Triumph. I don't care what your excuse is. Unless you are in a shitty matchup like Teemo, Gnar, whatever, Kale, run Triumph every single time. Whenever you go for those resets on people, whenever you're dunking people, Triumph is just going to keep healing you. Combined with your Q healing and all that stuff, it's going to be real difficult for people to kill you. Okay, now the next thing is he actually ends up running Cut Down a majority of the time. I feel like maybe it's just because he doesn't really plan on building that much HP, and he plans on, kind of shredding people down with his auto attacks. But I like to run Last Stand. I find myself on Darius getting in a lot of close calls. A lot of very close calls where I'm below 30% HP, or sorry, below 50% HP quite often. So I feel that running Last Stand is actually going to be a super, super helpful thing to do. All right, the next way you're going to abuse Darius in Season 8 is going to be Wave Control. Now, Wave Control is probably the most important thing on this champion because for 2 reasons. Number 1, if you fall behind on Darius, it is a pain in the ass to get back into the game. Yes, you can scale as much as you want, but we all know how it feels when you are 1-0 or 2-0 in the top lane as Darius. no one's going to touch you. That's just, it is as simple as that. So right off the start of the game, what you're going to do every single time is just let the enemy push into you, okay? You can go for those level 1 all-ins all you want, but it is much easier to let your opponent make that mistake. And once you have the wave controlled, the wave perfectly frozen under your tower, you can pop that ghost and chase your opponent all the way to the end. And you know, as Darius, they're never escaping. Now that you have phase rush and ghost, they're never getting away from you, okay? The next thing is that Darius can't split push as well as other champions because he doesn't have the burst potential, so you gotta group. I found this out the hard way. I tried incorporating my personal Garen strategy of the Youmuu's Ghostblade Triforce on Darius, and it's pretty decent. You take towers, you know, pretty well, but the problem with Darius is that no matter how fed you get, your ultimate is not an execute. Your ultimate acts as, I don't know, even at a rank 3 ultimate, I think without 5 stacks, it probably does like less than 200, 300 damage, which is absolutely nothing. So you're going to keep wasting ult, and you're not going to be able to burst people down quickly. So Darius is the type of guy that type of champion, he has to rely on his 5 stacks to be incredibly bursty. So that's why I feel that it's not very easy to split push with him, because you can't just quickly tower dive someone. You know, you have to get, you pretty much, it's safe to say most of the time you have to get the 5 stacks to be able to nuke people. So it's a lot easier to just push out your wave top, push out your wave bot, and just group with your team and look for those resets. I mean, think about that. If Garen had, if any of those champions had resets, you would want to be grouped with your team to look for those, you know, those triple kills, quadra kills, and those pentakills to close out the game. So that is something I learned the hard way. Push your lane out and go group with the team. You're going to have much more success, I promise you. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is itemization, and this is something that, again, I had to learn out the hard way. So I actually just played a ranked game, and I went like 17-3, I think. But the thing is, I was getting bursted down way too quick. I built I think a Duskblade, an Infinity Edge, a Triforce. I was just messing around and just trying to see how much damage I could do on people. And what I found out is that if the enemy team has any amount of CC or survivability, you are screwed. I kept getting, you know, Shen would ult to my opponent, so I couldn't burst him down fast enough. Irelia would jump on me, and I'd get one-shotted no matter what. And I also, too, I still couldn't burst these people down because I had to get 5 stacks. And when you try and ult someone that has like 300 HP, your ult does absolutely nothing. So what I decided to do was I'm going to only build tankiness, pure survivability, pure tankiness, just so I can get all 5 stacks at all times, no matter what. I'm not going to get bursted down. I'm going to get my 5 stacks, and I'm going to be able to apply my 5 stacks and ult everyone in the face easily, okay? So against AD opponents, typically what I like to run is Sunfire Cape, Thornmail, Sterax Gauge, Death Dance, and that's against heavy AD. We're talking about 3 or more heavy AD opponents. Zed, Fiora, Riven, Trundle, the list goes on and on. But the 2 key components, or I guess the 3 key components, are those items that keep you from being bursted quickly, so you can sit there and you can keep dueling. Sterax Gauge, Death Dance, or a Maw of Malamortis. Hell, even a Guardian Angel, maybe even super late in the game, would be useful too. It's all about building so that you are able to perform, you're able to land your Qs, you're able to apprehend, and you're able to get to your 5 stacks so that you can have the potential of resetting on people and getting those pentas, those crazy big kills, okay? And then obviously the alternative against the heavy AP comp, 3 or more AP opponents, you are gonna want to run, and again, this is in no specific order. You're still gonna want to build Darius situationally. You know, Titanic Hydra is still good, Righteous Glory is still good, Dead Man's Blade is still good. But these are just a list of items that you're going to want to run against AP. So Adaptive Helm, Spirit Visage, Maw, and Death Dance. Those 4 items I like to build against super heavy AP comps, and I am honestly untouchable. If I just group with my team and I can get a hold of these guys for even a second, they're absolutely done. And remember, when you're running Phase Rush, Flash, and Ghost with this massive tanky survivability or super survivability build, who the hell is going to take down you? You're a damn raid boss. No one's taking you down. It's going to be absolutely perfect. So this is the way you have to build Darius pretty much every single game. Because the thing you also have to remember here is when you get 5 stacks, you're getting this massive boost of attack damage. You don't need to be building Infinity Edges. You don't need to be building Youmuu's Ghostblade or any of these things. It makes absolutely no sense. Hell, even going Triforce on the champion is unnecessary. You are still getting over 300 attack damage building full tank. So this is absolutely perfect in solo queue. Now the next thing too is Darius is too damn squishy and does not have enough burst with ult. Building full AD backfires too hard. So again, that goes back to the itemization. This is something I personally had to figure out the hard way, and it seems like a lot of the other Darius mains on all the servers are doing the same thing right now too. They're just abusing the fact that Darius is a damn raid boss, and once he gets 5 stacks, bye-bye. You guys are going, everyone's going to die real quick. So the last thing I want to talk about is having patience. It's all about having patience with Darius, okay? If you mess up and you use your Q too early, you use your E too early, you're going to die. It is as simple as that. Darius's cooldowns are too long. If you miss your Q in a crucial fight, you're not going to get a stack, you're not going to heal, and you're not going to dunk on people like you want to, okay? So just focus on being the cleanup crew guy, sitting, you know, just focus on doing your job, focus on your macro play, and I promise you that these games are going to come super, super easy. You can easily have the same exact results that I have been having. Seriously, I've been dominating in solo queue, and I think I'm actually going to bring him onto my main account and consider even maining him to try and climb through high diamond, maybe even to master tier with the champion, all right? So again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Doing a $100 giveaway. Link will be down in the description below. Also, follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Everything you guys are going to need to know is down in the description below. Thanks for watching, boys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.